Yeah, this is Chuck. Part 2 of learning how the D-wave works. But you have to learn, before you can learn about the qubits, you have to learn how a regular binary computer, our average, all this stuff, you know, your phone, your computer, everything works, how it does the numbers. So, now say we had, this is the ones place, this is the tens place, hundreds, thousands. So that's base 10, because now say this is what it is. If we put a 9 there, right? Everybody knows that if I add a 1 to this 9, it's going to be 10, right? So that means I would have to turn this into a 0, carry the 1 over here. So that means that's 1 10 and 0 ones, right? So that'd be 10. You see what I'm saying? Well, in binary, we use 2's. The 2's, instead of this, everything is 2 times, you know, the placeholders, the base of it. So now, what if I have a 1 here, right? And a 0, and a 0, and a 0. Okay. Now, what if I add a 1 down here? Now, this 1, since I can only, it only goes up to 2. Every time I get 2, you know, you can go 9, but every time it says 10, I have to make this as a 0, this placeholder a 0, and carry the 1 over to the next placeholder over. So it becomes 10, 1 0, right? But in binary, we got 1, instead of 10s, it only goes up to 2, and you have to carry. As soon as you get 2, you got to carry over. As soon as you get twice as much. So here, 1 plus 1, we have to make this is 2, right? So we have to carry that. We have to make that a 0 and carry the 1 over to this 2's place, right? Now we have 2. We have 1, 2. 1 times 2, right? And then we have 0 ones. So 2, 1, 2, 1 of the 2's place, and 0 in the 1's place equals 2. Just like if I had a 0, 0 there, right? Now what happens if I had, see this 2's place right here? If I add a 1 there, then this one and that one, you got to, it doesn't matter. When you, in binary, if you add this one to that one, it becomes a 0 and you go over to the next space. So now, this is a 0 and a 0. Now you've got, and this is already a 0, so you've got 0 8s, 1 4, 0 2s, and 0 1s. So that's 4. That's how you add these numbers together, right? Now let's say that I had a, what if this was a, what this is, this number right here, 0 1s, 1 2, and 1 4, that's 6, right? And 0 8s, that's 6. So if I say, if I say 6, right, plus 4, 6 plus 4 should be 10, right? So since this is a 1, you add these two together, you got to make this a 0 right there. You make that, you know, you carry that over. So now, okay, so now we got a 1, a 0, 1, 0. So 8, there's 1 8, there's 0 4s, there's 1 2, and there's 0 1. So 8 plus 2 equals 10. And that's how your computer and phone and everything works. It's called binary. So this is just the second thing. But this is what the bit means. This is 1 bit. This is 2 bits. This is 3 bits. This is 4 bits. If I come out here and say 16, right, then I can say 32 because it's twice as much. See, it's based on 2's, 2 times as much instead of like up here 10 times as much in our decimal system. Now you're starting to understand. So I'll be back for the 3rd lesson in just a little while. Peace.